to talk about it this evening.
I know. So what Andrew is talking about, of course, is really the world's finest meal replacement. And if you're like me, we wait for him to do this. And if you've made that New Year's resolution to lose weight this year, and chances are you have, that's the most popular New Year's resolution, what's going to make this year different? What's going to be the tool? What's going to be your key to success? It's going to be having the right products. Andrew is really setting you up for success here, not only with the best meal replacement in the world. Every sip, every glass is like a little mini multivitamin. They're yummy, they're delicious, they're decadent, but non-GMO soy. You don't have to worry, low in sodium, no cholesterol, no sugars. You don't have to worry about any of those things. But at the end of the day, if you do nothing else, if you're just looking at a sheer numbers game, if you replace just one meal a day, if you're already doing the right things, you will see the numbers on that scale start to drop. And that's why we are now over 22,000 spoken for. So let me take you on a tour of your choices. And that's why this is such an abbreviated airing. Andrew has only one more show left tonight. And because, I'm going to cut right to the chase, because most of that 22,000 that are spoken for are the large size, the 300 count size. That's why we had to abbreviate this show to try to manage the inventory so that he and Colleen have it for the last airing of the day at 9 o'clock. If you're watching this afternoon, you're smart. I would advise you to grab that 300 count, in particular if you want the variety. So on the 300 count, this is what we are sending you. 3 of these big jugs, okay? Now, on the variety pack, now you could do 3 chocolate, you could do 3 vanilla, you could do 3 coffee, but overwhelmingly, most people are doing the variety, in which case you get a huge jug of coffee, a huge jug of vanilla, a huge jug of chocolate, and then on top of it, Andrew is including for free with your purchase a 300 count size of his amazing energy and fat metabolism. Now, I used to buy energy separately, and then he had a fat metabolism product separately.
Yep,
I did.
Fat-burning factors.
Fat burning factors. They're now a perfect synergy. And the thing is, if you're trying to do the right things, if you're getting on that treadmill, you deserve a payoff. And the problem is our bodies are going to fight us. And he has engineered this to help assist your body when you're doing the right things. So this is the perfect, you know, 1-2 punch, if you ask me.
And our body doesn't fight. The reason why our body resists losing weight is because that stored body fat was our life insurance thousands of years ago. And the reason why our body gains weight in the first place, it's not your fault. We were designed to gain weight. And the reason why you have a sweet tooth, that's not your fault. The reason why you like the taste, the reason why we all love the taste of ice cream or cheesecake or sweet things or fatty things, it's not because we make bad decisions, bad choices, because you're a bad person. It's because that's the way we were designed. Energy was survival. Out in the wilds, energy was what kept us alive. Energy is fat, carbohydrate, and sugar. So our mouth was designed to love the taste of energy, fat, carbohydrate, sugar. So that design is what gets us in trouble. It's just the way things are. We started in a world of scarcity. We're so creative, we created a world of abundance. And now that abundance is kind of killing us. So this product is designed, the science on meal replacements is abundant. And that abundant science talks about how effective they are, how consistent they can be, how you could use them to lose weight. Probably the most carefully considered approach to weight loss. Everybody talks about low fat or low carb or low sugar, or all these different things. It's almost like religion. And whatever religion you adopt that works for you, that's wonderful if it works for you. But meal replacement works for all of those different religions, because meal replacement is about structuring 1 or 2 of those meals to keep us out of trouble. And this product is designed to work within the confines of any of the different dietary approaches you choose. So what I wanted to do here is, I really haven't read a lot of the reviews, and if there's any product I make that the reviews are really relevant to your experience, it is secure. And I encourage you to read the reviews, because to think that a 60-plus calorie meal replacement can have over 80% of its reviews be glowingly positive reviews. I was saying before, fine restaurants aren't reviewed that well. And it's just astounding to think that something so low in calories can be enjoyed by so many. Engaging in a process which most people don't enjoy at all. Weight loss is probably the hardest thing we could ever undertake. I often say it's one of the absolute paradoxes of life, meaning that it's something that is so different than you'd expect, given that really weight loss is the most simple thing in the world. Because the only way there's stored body fat in our body is if it entered our mouth. So the simplest thing in the world, oh, just put less things in your mouth and it's all good. But as I said before, the blueprint tells us no. Don't put fewer things in your mouth because that's going to compromise your survival. So our brain is telling us we have to eat these things. We have to eat these things that help us keep more weight or put more weight on our body. So it's really difficult. This product is designed to take advantage of that same blueprint, so when you eat it, you feel like you're giving yourself something you shouldn't. It's rich in nutrition, tastes like it's rich in calories, rich in fat, rich in carb, rich in sugars, but it's not. So it's giving you what you need to feel like you're getting to support you and hopefully maintaining a consistent weight loss regime or program. And just reading some of these reviews, and I didn't write these, my family members didn't write these, and Shannon will go over the savings in a moment because the savings are incredible. We were already out of all the 300 meal sizes, but we brought more in, so we're fine for now, but that's why we abbreviated the airing. But Secure. This is reading this chart. I've been using the Secure chocolate blended with 8 ounces of almond milk and a couple of ice cubes for about 4 years for my breakfast. I love it. I have now added the whey protein powder. So far, that has really helped sustain me until supper with just a little snack at lunchtime. This has really helped keep my weight down in my late 40s to now early 50s. Absolutely delicious. I've been using this product for several years now. It helped me when I made the big decision to do something about my weight. Whoa, I have never read this one. I lost 187 pounds.
Wow.
This drink has helped to give me needed protein while satisfying my sweet tooth. That's extraordinary. I make it smoothie style by putting 1½ scoops into a blender with water, ice cubes, ¼ cup powdered milk, and ground flax. The other ingredients add a bit of bulk, which makes it last a bit longer. I hope, and Muriel does that. She'll often add hemp fiber or flax seeds or things like that. I hope Andrew Lessman always has this product available from Peggy in Ohio. Well, congratulations, Peggy.
No kidding.
It's not going anywhere. Finally, this is the first product I purchased, and it really delivers success in weight loss. I started using it the first part of January, and as of now, have lost about 26 pounds. I drink this for breakfast and eat a sensible dinner and nightly snack. I'm feeling better and plan on continuing. Thanks. Awesome product. I purchased this a little over a week ago and started with the 10 serving size. That's the normal small size. My only regret would be not ordering the larger size. I use this as a breakfast replacement, and with proper exercise and dieting, I've noticed a loss of 6 pounds so far. I ordered this chocolate flavor. I will be ordering this again in a larger size. I do highly recommend this product for anyone looking for a healthy meal replacement. Daniel in Florida. Very good. I've been using Secure for 1 month now. I use coffee and vanilla. I'm proud to say I've lost 10 pounds in 1 month without starving myself. I just placed another order for vanilla today with auto ship. I'm so thankful that finally I found something that works. I need to lose at least 20 more pounds and will continue to use the shakes for maintenance when I reach my goal. They are so delicious and doable. From Darlene in South Carolina. Great product. I've been using Secure since January as part of my New Year's resolution. In just 7 months, I lost 45 pounds.
Bravo.
Of course, with a better diet and exercise. This is a great product, finally something that works. Thank you, Andrew from Kev in Florida. Safe weight loss. I'm losing 5 pounds a month the safe, healthy way. Still have 10 to 15 pounds to go. I take this with the Carnislim 250, which, by the way, you get the carnitine from Carnislim in the energy and fat capsules, which come. That's why the 300 and 300 is 300 meals and 300 capsules. My collection of jeans are fitting better. Andrew, your products deliver results. God bless you for your honest business and your caring about us, the public. Sandra in New England, or Nebraska, the best. This is the best I've used. I went to the doctor yesterday and lost 14 pounds. It did not do much. Just drink the Secure and eat properly and lose the weight. Love it. Best product around. Nothing compares. I've gagged down some pretty awful stuff starting in the late 60s, though I died and went to heaven when Andrew came online with Secure. Coffee is my favorite. Start every morning with 8 ounces milk, 1 egg, 2 scoops of Secure, a quick whiz in the blender. If something has to go in life, it will be my cell phone, my cable, or any other thing I consider a necessity before I give up Secure.
Wow.
Thanks, Andrew from Linda, California. We'll do one more. Love it. I've tried other meal replacements and have not found any that have the quality of taste and ingredients that the Secure has. It mixes easily with almond milk or coconut milk or water. There isn't that gritty aftertaste you get with some other products, and I highly recommend it for either weight loss or a fast and easy meal replacement when you're on the go. These reviews wouldn't be these reviews. People, we all have different taste buds, but whether it's the chocolate, the vanilla, or coffee, you'll fall in love with one of them if you haven't already. We invest as much in the flavor, perhaps even more, then we invest in all the wonderful nutrition, the vitamins, the minerals. Our soy protein, most is genetically modified. Ours is not. It's non-GMO soy. If you're allergic to soy, we even make a whey protein version. You'll find it easily on hsn.com. So meal replacements, I've read the charts throughout the day on the science. It is accepted science for weight loss. It is accepted science worldwide for combating the epidemic of obesity in our society. So it's an opportunity to embrace the science, to do it in a way that's enjoyable and, most importantly, affordable. I'm almost embarrassed that this meal replacement is so inexpensive. Typical meal replacements, a fraction of the quality, will be a few dollars a meal. Ours is about 60 cents. When you take out the energy and fat metabolism factors, it's probably half that, 30, 40 cents. So.
I mean, that can of soda, that candy bar, that's more than you're spending for the world's finest meal replacement. So let me just backtrack and reiterate and show you your choices and your flavors again real quickly. You can choose the 20, the 50, the 100, which is one of these gigantic bottles, the 200, which is actually two of these gigantic jugs or bottles, or the 300, which is three. Now, on your 50, you get 50 of the energy and fat metabolism factors free. On your 100, you get 100 of the fat metabolism factors free. 200 caps of fat metabolism free, and then 300 caps, the 300 of the energy and fat free. Now, what's happening here, just so you realize, with almost over 23,000 spoken for, on the 300 count size, you can do 3 of your chocolate, 3 of your vanilla, 3 of your coffee. But where we're getting really challenged in terms of inventory is what we call the variety pack. And that's where you'll get 1 of each, 1 coffee, 1 chocolate, 1 vanilla. Now, bear in mind, this is like $15 worth of shipping. That's free, too, on top of everything else. And outside of the 20 count, everybody gets the amazing new cookbook, too.
Yeah, we're getting down to limited quantities. Compared to last year, usually sometimes things will vary by a few percentage points when the offers are fairly similar. But compared to last year, we're going through almost double, or I think at least double, the 300 meal supply. So the 300 meal supply at literally about 40, 50 cents a meal when you consider the value of the other components. You get a cookbook that alone can infuse a healthy year. And that's something that how we eat is the most important aspect of our body weight.
So good.
Meal replacement is something that's a wonderful tool to help us achieve weight loss. I think it's the best tool to achieve weight loss, and it works with whatever diet plan. And as I've said before, everybody gets almost religious about low carb or low sugar or low fat or whatever it might be. The science on weight loss is simple. We simply have to find a way to put something different in our mouth, something less in our mouth, and hopefully to move our body more. The science is simple. As simple as the science is, acting upon it is extraordinarily difficult because it goes against our very nature, our genetic blueprint. I've talked about this many times. So this is designed to make that genetic blueprint work for us. But I wanted to show, and again, I'll do the same thing. I'll put a scoop of this. This is a meal. I'll put a scoop of this. Typically, you might mix it with non-fat milk. You might mix it with almond milk. You might mix it with non-fat yogurt. You could put it in a blender with fruit. And because it's so low in calories, in the 60s in terms of calories, you could add all these wonderful things and make it an even richer, more delicious meal. You'll probably be at 130, 140, 150 calories. So it's less calories even when you mix it with all these wonderful healthy things than the typical meal replacement is before you mix it. And I defy you to find another meal replacement that comes close to this in flavor. You could read all those thousands of reviews. You won't see anybody mentioning a product that tastes better than this because they don't. And we all have our different taste. But to think that a 60-plus calorie meal replacement, something that's designed to help us with an unpleasant process like weight loss, to think that it's so positively reviewed, it actually, I know how great this product is, but it actually surprises me. I wouldn't expect it. But what I'm going to do is there's a meal there, but what I'll do is I'm just going to mix a teeny tiny bit of water.
Oh, wow.
That's probably a couple ounces of water.
Yeah.
You should mix it at home with 8 to 12 ounces of water, but I'm just mixing it with a tiny bit of water. Basically, I want to show how soluble it is.
No blender.
So no blender, just a spoon, and mind you, there's all the flavor in there. There's 7 grams of non-GMO soy protein. There's all the vitamins and all the minerals. And this is rich in vitamins and minerals. We're talking about 100% of the RDA of vitamin C and vitamin E, 25% of the RDA of calcium. So when you think about that, plus I just leave it sitting there. I don't have to worry about it coming out of solution. But when you think about that, and to think that I could put just that tiny bit of water in there.
It's like a milkshake.
One drink.
Yeah.
Gone. And there's no gunk or junk in the bottom of the glass.
Not chalky.
That's how super soluble it is. And I think one of the most common complaints, well, something can't taste great, and it's so rich and flavorful. Literally, I'm salivating, that something can't taste great unless it dissolves. So dissolving just isn't about ease of use. Dissolving is about the texture in your mouth and having it be delicious. So that is why we use these ingredients. And again, it's so rich and flavorful that it just gets those salivary glands going. It gets you all excited. It tastes good. And that's the vanilla. The chocolate's even more rich. The coffee's even more rich. I didn't do the coffee now because I did it earlier. And I'm not someone who drinks a lot of caffeine, so I've been jumping around for the last 2 hours. Because it's real caffeine. I said at night, last night, I won't do the coffee in an evening show because it contains real caffeine, real coffee. So if you want an affordable cup of coffee that just happens to be like a mini multivitamin, that just happens to be a great soy protein, non-GMO soy protein supplement as well, and affordable, less expensive probably than the water. The bottle of water that I probably mixed that with cost more than the protein, the meal replacement itself. So you will not find another meal replacement like this. The science on meal replacements are clear, respected in terms of medical research, in terms of research for obesity, for overweight. Meal replacements work. And the key to a meal replacement working is that they be sort of compliant, meaning that you like using them, they're easy to use, they're affordable. This will work within any budget because it's probably less expensive than the food you eat. This will be flexible, so you could use it to replace a snack or a meal or a dessert. What dessert is less than 70 calories?
Nothing.
What snack is less than 70 calories? And that chocolate secure, you mix it with some non-fat milk or even some water, it will be every bit as satisfying as that chocolate bar. And I speak from experience because I love chocolate bars. And it was designed to taste like that. So give it a try. I'm sure you've already tried these at home. Weight loss is difficult. And by the way, our body was designed to make weight loss difficult. Our body was designed to make weight gain easy. Again, this is not your fault. This is the way our bodies were designed. Our bodies were designed for us to have a sweet tooth. Our bodies were designed for fat to feel and taste good in our mouth, because survival is energy. Body fat is not some strange substance. Body fat is energy. It's stored energy. It's the highest octane fuel in the world. If you're an elite athlete, as a marathoner, say, or a triathlete or something like that, you'd want to be able to burn fat as efficiently as possible, because fat contains more than double the fuel energy calories as carbohydrate or sugar per gram. So the fat in our body, that's energy. That's the potential to do work. It's actually really, from an evolutionary standpoint, extremely important. But that's why we gain it so easily. That's why we keep it so well. And it's using that same blueprint that's been our undoing that this product is going to help you find the potential to get to where you want to be.
Well, and that's why it's so important to have the right tools. I mean, it really is, because Andrew really is setting you up for success. So at this juncture, we're over 24,000 sold. I can tell you, when Andrew and I are off the air, there's a huge amount of business that happens. People write down a list and they call back later. So I guess what I'm suggesting to you is, if you're watching the show or even waiting around and calling in the next several hours, you would be wise to get that variety pack this afternoon. Certainly, Andrew and Colleen are going to have the final show coming up tonight with your last opportunity under today's special. However, at the rate that that variety pack is going in the 300 count size, I would definitely recommend, I would certainly hope that you would make your suggested or your buy this afternoon. The other thing about that is, since most of us are doing that 300 count size, Andrew for the first time is doing an additional $20 off if you do a second 300 count size.
We noticed that a lot of people last year got a second of the 300. So we thought, why don't we make it?
Why not?
Because when we send you a second, we get to save on shipping and things like that. So why don't we give you an even bigger savings? So on the second 300, if you get together with a friend, or say you're sharing it with a loved one or family member, you have an opportunity to save on that second bottle. And it's something I mentioned earlier, and it might seem a little peculiar to talk about it this way. Smoking used to be all the different issues associated with smoking were the #1 cause of death in our society. Now it's overweight and obesity. So, and when you look at all the different costs to our society economically, if the only threat, we used to talk about how the defense budget and things like that were a threat to the survival of our country. The real threat to our survival of our country are medical expenses. And there's no single greater cause of the escalation of medical expenses than the overweight and obesity that our country suffers from. So as I said before, it's not our fault because it's the way we're designed. And human beings are so wonderfully creative that we took a world of scarcity. And scarcity, starvation, was the #1 cause of death for probably centuries or thousands and thousands of years. Now this world of abundance is what's killing us. So we have to find a way in the best interests of ourselves as individuals. We talked about earlier that brain health, as we get older, brain health, our brain shrinks in volume as our body grows in volume. So if you want to have a healthy brain, you want to be at your best weight. Most people never think about that. It's very important to think about our ability to enjoy life as we get older. Our mobility, the health of our joints, depends on our ability to maintain a healthy weight. The health of our society depends on all of us being able to do our best to maintain a healthy weight. So whether maybe your patriotism or your love of your brain and your ability to enjoy your life later, that's what will appeal to you. But my goal up here is to try to make it accessible, to make it affordable, make it accessible, that we haven't done anything wrong by gaining weight. In fact, it's something that it's normal in our society for us to gain weight. That's why over 75% of us are overweight. It's normal. So it's going to take extraordinary effort on all of our part to undo that. It's not an easy thing, but a product like this simply follows the science. I followed your feedback for a couple of decades to make it work even better. And then it's just a lot of work on each and every one of our part. I'm not going to be like some TV doctors get up here and tell you that there's some magic bullet for weight loss, raspberry ketone or green coffee bean extract or the other nonsense they spout. That's fraudulent and deceptive. The only magic that exists in weight loss exists within all of us. It's choice. And it's not easy, but if a product is going to support you and support you in the way, as I said to a friend of mine, who's always trying all the latest crazes in terms of weight loss and always sending me emails about it. I wrote him an email the other day kind of joking around saying, I have discovered the weight loss secret. And for all these years, it's been right underneath my nose. It's my mouth. And I said it tongue-in-cheek, but it's sort of the truth. It's our brain and our mouth. It's the conspiracy of our DNA, our very genetics that tells us we need to eat these things and eat as much as we can whenever we can, because that's what our survival depended on for centuries. Now, with food places that can be delivered at the, with your phone, you just a swipe of your finger at a phone, you could have all sorts of things delivered. So this is an opportunity to make a change, because if we don't make a change, there are consequences. And my parents taught me early on